they abducted into the bush. Now, let me just quickly remind you that all the stories are on our social media already. So go over to Facebook, facebook.com/SuperFMPH. So just search for Super FMPH on Facebook. Go on Instagram as well and search for Super FM 93.3 and leave us a comment. Now, on Leadership newspaper, it says, as INEC registers 2.8 million in 1 month, pressure mounts for extension. And still there, it says PDP BOT meets on Atiku Wike others tomorrow. And there's another one here that talks about the battle over NDDC board appointment rages. Pandef slams politicians. And there's another paper that talks about the fact that former Governor Akpabio of Akwa Ibom State, former Governor of Rivers State, Rotimi Amechi, and, a few other people are vying for the position, just struggling for who will head the board. I'll bring you details of those in just a moment. But on the Punch, it says, police strategize. NSCDC warns as terrorists infiltrate the South. And still on the Punch newspaper, it says, Lagos CP area tactical commanders hold emergency meeting, call for vigilance. And FRSC declares war on unregistered motorcycles. Arewa youths demand NSA sacking. And it goes on, still on the Punch, it says 7,222 killed, 3,823 abducted in 7 months. And Matekun advises residents. Okay, and on News Direct, you find Minister kicks against 12.5% tax on calls and data. Moving away from there now, says on the Daily Trust, you would find on the headlines, or on the front page rather, presidency wades into CBN NNPC feud. And it goes on another story, says, again, airfares spike as Abuja-Kano flights cost 135,000 naira. That's amazing. And there's another story still on Daily Trust. It says 4 traders killed, 14 travelers abducted in Taraba. Now let's look at details of some of these stories. Let's just get a background view on issues. But moving away from there for just a moment, he says ex-APC presidential aspirant dumps Tinubu, endorses Obi. And it says that the former presidential aspirant of the All Progressives Congress APC in the 2019 presidential election, Dr. SKC Ogbonia, has disclosed his intention to dump his political party affiliation and its 2023 presidential candidate, Bola Tinubu, to support the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi. Now, Ogbonia said this in his endorsement of Obi because the Labour Party, he said it was because the Labour Party presidential candidate is a democratic revolution, quote, democratic revolution whose time has come, adding that with every sense of patriotism, he was joining the Nigerian masses to endorse Obi as the next president of Nigeria. And he goes on, and I'll quote, though I remain a member of the All Progressives Congress, APC, I must not support Tinubu, its presidential candidate in the 2023 elections. The decision to endorse the candidate of another party, opposition party, did not come easy, but there comes a time to say enough is enough. Interesting. So again, does it go back to buttressing the points that a lot of people have made, saying that come 2023, folks are going to be voting not based on party affiliations but on individuals. People are going to deviate from party lines and vote individuals, though they may still be, card holders and carriers or strong party members of different parties. Who knows? We're going to see how things pan out, but you can trust that we'll keep you up to speed. Now, away from that, real quick, native doctors drag CAC to court over registration, and this is carried in the Vanguard. The Traditional Religious Practitioners Association, TRPA in Nigeria, has dragged the Corporate Affairs Commission to the Federal High Court sitting in Enugu for the Commission's refusal to register the traditional worshippers as a religious body, such as the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, and the Nigeria Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, NSCIA. Now, in its online application for registration to the CAC in June, that is June 2022, the TRPA, led by Chukuma Ezoronye and two others as trustees, requested for the association to be registered as a corporate entity for the promotion of their faith. But the CAC, in its reply to the application, turned down the request for registration. The Commission, in its reply to the TRPA on July 11, 2022, said the CAC regrets to inform you that it was unable to approve any of the names submitted for approval. The name is not registrable as their forms of worship and practices are not publicly available. So they have filed a case in court, and the suit number FHC/EN/CS/140/2022 through their counsel. The traditional religious worshippers contend that by the denial for registration, the CAC has discriminated against the plaintiffs on the ground of their religious worship, contrary to the provision of Section 42 of the Nigerian Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, where everyone has a right of worship, of association. So, wow, it's interesting. And I would love to know what you think about this particular one. But let's make progress real quick because we do not have so much time. Now, still in the Vanguard here, economic sabotage. 13 naval officers' ratings face general court-martial for connivance and oil theft. Now, the Nigerian Navy has charged 13 officers and ratings before a general court-martial at the Western Naval Command headquarters in Lagos for offenses ranging from conniving with crude oil thieves to pipeline vandalism, and other maritime infractions. Now, sources told the Vanguard that among those facing the naval court-martial were some officers who connived with people of some oil-producing communities in the Niger Delta, including traditional leaders, to operate suspected illegal refineries with siphoned crude oil. And the senior officer who spoke said the Navy has routinely warned its personnel to desist from any act of involvement or compromise with oil thieves. As a matter of fact, to demonstrate the zero tolerance of the Navy for COT, that is crude oil theft, some officers who at a time were alleged to be complicit in COT are presently facing charges before a court-martial. It's interesting because, over time, there have been complaints and allegations leveled on law enforcement, from police to, the army to Navy, saying that these illegal bunkers and refineries that have been set up in different parts of the Niger Delta do not function and cannot thrive as well as they're thriving without support and collaboration from law enforcement. So perhaps this report goes on to say, indeed, those allegations are not unfounded, as some people have claimed that they are. Moving away from there now, minister attacks federal government's plan to impose 5% tax on calls, text messages, and data. Now, the Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Issa Pantami, yesterday took a swipe at the federal government's plan to impose 5% excise duty on telecommunication services in the country. Now, he also vowed to use every legal instrument available to fight the decision, as according to him, the decision didn't go through wide consultation, adding that if the decision was allowed to stand, it would affect the sector negatively. Now, the minister who spoke at the maiden edition of the Nigeria Telecommunications Indigenous Content Expo in Lagos, he said the sector, which was already attracting huge revenue, creating jobs, and adding huge revenue to the GDP, should not be overburdened with such taxes. And he said, quote, the 5% excise duty will overburden the industry. As a minister, I was neither consulted nor received a memo to that effect. Even the relevant lawmakers that were supposed to be consulted have also told me they were not. And he went on, things are not done that way. Besides criticizing the tax, we will take every legal measure to ensure the tax does not stand. And now this could be a case of riding the willing horse to death. The horse that has, volunteered itself as a willing vessel. They want to use the horse and kill it in the process. You know, we always say in this part, say, lean on me, no before, press me, kill. Now, please remember that you can quickly go drop your comments on Facebook, Super FM PH, on Instagram at Super FM 93.3, and on Twitter as well, Super FM 933. That's on Twitter. Follow us and be abreast with everything that's happening. My name is Obi Ivy, and it's the review. If you've just tuned in, this is Super 93.3 FM Port Harcourt, and we're looking at the stories that have made headlines today. Now, my last story on the headline, well, not my last story. ASUU extends strike by 4 more weeks. Now, the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASUU, has again extended the ongoing strike by 4 weeks. President of the union, Professor Emmanuel Osodoke, who disclosed this in a statement yesterday, said the decision was to give the government enough time to resolve all outstanding issues with the lecturers. Let me remind you as well that you can go on WhatsApp as well as SMS. You can send us WhatsApp messages and SMSs. So keep your messages coming, 0905948121. For text alone, 0905-9481-021. Now, moving on, noting that the body conveyed the Emergency National Executive Council or Committee NEC meeting of the association at the University of Abuja on Sunday, and the ASUU president said the extension was with immediate effect on August 1st. That's yesterday. Now, in a statement by the president, it says, following extensive deliberation and taking cognizance of government's past failures to abide by its own timelines in addressing issues raised in the 2020 FGN/ASUU Memorandum of Understanding, NEC resolved that the strike be rolled over for 4 weeks to give government more time to satisfactorily resolve all the outstanding issues. The rollover strike action is with effect from 12:01 a.m. on Monday, 1st August 2022, the statement read. Alrighty. Okay, so now I told you about the NDDC issue. The NDDC intrigues as South-South heavyweights battle for control. Now, following the resolution of Council of Traditional Rulers in Bayelsa State, they said that it was the turn of Bayelsa to produce the next managing director of NDDC, that is the Niger Delta Development Commission. And top All Progressives Congress APC chieftain from South-South Zone, chieftains are battling to control who heads the agency saddled with interventionist projects for oil-producing areas. Now, it will be recalled that speaking at the kickoff of a 2-day management retreat organized by the Ministry of Niger Delta Affairs in Abuja last week, President Muhammadu Buhari hinted that the much-awaited board of directors for the commission would be appointed soon in apparent response to popular agitation from stakeholders. Now, this has been ongoing for quite a number of years now, and they have said that the issue of having a sole administrator is quite alien to the NDDC Act. Now, from its inception and from the law or the constitution that covers or guides the NDDC's operation, it is stated that the NDDC is supposed to be managed by a board of directors as opposed to a sole administrator, so that no one man can, single-handedly make any decision that will concern the commission and concern the Niger Delta in general. And And the problem with having a sole administrator, as have been suggested, is that this one person can also be easily influenced by government. And you know, the NDDC is supposed to be sort of like an autonomous body. Even though it's influenced by government's policy, it cannot be directly influenced by government, because there is a board who would deliberate and put to vote decisions before they're taking. And unfortunately, the NDDC has been manned by one sole administrator after another, and you know, there have been agitations and calls for Mr. President to please, as a matter of urgency, go back to the Constitution and ensure that a board is set up with immediate effect, or as quickly as can be done. And hopefully the President will keep to his word this time around. And you know, following that statement by the President, Muhammadu Buhari, that a board will be set up, some people have been vying for that position, hoping that it will come to them because of whatever reason. All right, now this is reports also in the Vanguard. It says commuters groan as residents block Benin Sapele Road over dilapidated state. Now, commuters traveling to the south state of the country through Benin City and those coming from the region to the southwestern part of the country were stranded for hours yesterday as residents blocked the Benin Sapele Road by the passerby over its dilapidated state. Now, the residents, in a peaceful protest, mounted canopies and chairs on the major road, while others plied their wares for sales. The aggrieved group, on the platform of Freedom Ambassadors organizations, in conjunction with Sarbag Sapele Road residents, had warned residents in the state not to contemplate traveling through the Benin Sapele Road yesterday. Now, chairman of the group, Mr. Daniel Omorogbe, he said that the blocking of the road had become necessary following series of deaths and unquantifiable man-hours commuters spend on the road while trying to get to their destinations. Now, it kind of sounds like what we're having here in River State at the Eleme axis of the East-West Road. And you know that there is a planned peaceful protest that has been tagged the mother of all protests that is set to happen because, again, quite similarly, the number of man-hours wasted, the accidents that happened there, the deaths, you know, the effect that it has on business, devastating effect that it has on businesses and people generally. And hey, it just seems like this is a plight for southern people. And we do hope that the government, especially the federal government, wakes up and rises up to the occasion of fixing the roads, as is their primary responsibility, you know? All right, real quick now on the Punch. Police strategize, NSCDC warns as terrorists infiltrate the south. Now, the police have mobilized to foil plans by terrorists to attack southern parts of the country, sequel to the infiltration of the region by suspected Boko Haram and Islamic State West Africa province terrorists. Now, as part of the strategies to prevent terrorist attacks, the police chiefs in Lagos met on Monday just as the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps warned Nigeria police against employing fleeing terrorists. Now, think about this, employing fleeing terrorists. Now, also, it was gathered that police and the Department of State Service had deployed detectives to fish out fleeing terrorists in the south. Now, this followed the arrest of a suspected Boko Haram commander working as a security guard at a residential building in Ijaye area of Abeokuta and the Ogun State, that's the Ogun State capital, on Saturday. So imagine such a thing. Imagine if your security person or an officer, as we've seen, you know, in recent times, we've also had cases where robbery attacks and kidnap attacks have happened with people, by people dressed in law enforcement uniform. And it's quite scary. It is quite scary. Recently also, there were arrests made by the police and the Navy, of course, of some fake Navy officers. Personally, I've seen quite a number of those fake police officers. Thankfully, they were fished out and they were disgraced and arrested by the Navy here in River State, in Port Harcourt, as a matter of fact. So it's important that we all stay on the alert. We are all vigilant. And be careful the kind of people that we hire as well as security guards. We should be really, really vigilant, very careful. It's difficult to have to trace those people and to know their background because we do not have a data system in the country. But only God will save us at this time. All right, real quick, I'll do a quick recap and so you can leave your comments. I have a very, very short time to do this today. But don't forget, keep your comments coming. Facebook, Super FM PH. Instagram, Super FM 93.3. Twitter, Super FM 933. Send me a text or WhatsApp message on 09059 481 021. All right, real quick, I'll do a recap as I said. All right. Okay, so bandits block Enugu Port Harcourt Highway, burn army van, abduct scores of passengers. PDP BOT meets Wednesday, plans peaceful protest. Now, concerning the issue with the PDP, there have been visits made to the governor, closed-door meetings at his residence in Port Harcourt, and there are meetings also going on for the Board of Trustees to see how they can sort out the issues within the party. And there have been calls left, right, and center saying that the party is supreme. And so things may not go your way as an individual, but you must conform to party principles. And there have been that backlash between the governor of Rivers State, accusing journalist and TV presenter Reuben Abati, saying that where is the place of investigative journalism? Well, Mr. Reuben Abati didn't find that funny at all. The criticisms that were made by the Rivers State governor, and in a video that is now trending, he did a major clapback on His Excellency, the governor of Rivers State, and that particular clapback has been eliciting a lot of responses. Well, you can go find that yourself. But moving away from that, INEC decries fake voter registration sites. So we all must be very, very careful where we go to for these things. I'll quickly just let you know the sites that you can go check for your PVC. Give me a moment. I'll let you have that. But moving away from there right now, 4 burnt to death in Delta as vehicle conveying diesel rams into truck. And NDDC intrigues as South-South heavyweights battle for control. Native doctors drag CAC to court over registration. Economic sabotage, 13 officers, naval officers, ratings face general court-martial for connivance, oil theft. Salary arrears, NAFDAC workers call off strike after 5 weeks. Article 6 increased cooperation between Nigeria and the UK. Obi's running mate shut down social media handles over fake news. All right, Northwest, Southwest lead as INEC registers 96.2 million. Right. Now, commuters groan as residents block beneath Sapele Road over dilapidated state. And quite a number of stories here to take. Buhari lacks ability to tackle insecurity. And this is a comment made by the Katsina NNPP, as the New Nigeria People's Party chairman. Teenage kidnapper kills boy for forgetting father's name. And think about it. This is really crazy. But I want to ask you, if you're a father or a mother of a toddler or a child that is learning to talk, at least you can hear what the child is saying. Do they know your names? If you have a child that is 5 years or so, do your children know your name and that of your husband? If anything happens, do they know what is your mommy's name? We've seen cases where children are asked, what is your mommy's name? Mommy. What is your daddy's name? Daddy. So please teach your children your name and surname. And if they are old enough, teach them to memorize your phone number. Let them memorize mommy and daddy's phone numbers. All right, these are the stories and more that you can find on our social media handle. So go there and drop me a comment. But in the meantime, phone lines are 0705 0791021 and 0811743101. Super FM Port Harcourt.
Oh, good morning, my sister.
Good morning, my brother. Welcome.
Yes, so my name is JAJ.
JJ, welcome.
My Jerusalem.
Go ahead, sir.
Yes, let me start from the home front, where there is a kid on the road and passengers groan.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know whether we are supposed to be using hot water like the Gary story for the government right now. Because from the things here, there's plan, high-level plan. Even me, I'm preparing to be part of that protest to block that West Road so that nobody goes in, nobody goes out until the federal government show commitment once and for all to fix that road. And on the DOT meeting, because of Governor Wike, well, I'll say a good one, but I think we didn't try. I think we hold Governor Wike a very big apology. I am from Delta State, and I've not seen what Okowa has done that made him more presidential than Governor Wike himself here. And I tell you for free, and those that are listening, that if there is a contest, and it's okay, you people who person that will become the vice presidential candidate of the PDP, and the contest will be in Delta State. For every vote that Okowa will get, can't it fight will still fail at the end of the day. Governor Wike will beat him landslide, hands down. So which condition did I think we saw that is not telling, oh, if I'm not there, this is presidential.
All right,
you look more presidential. With zero projects, with unprecedented deadliness in Delta State.
Okay.
Oh, no. I think we'll come and apologize. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, JJ. Good morning, Super FM Port Harcourt.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Oluwakan, is that you?
Yeah, my name is Comrade Letambari.
Okay. All right, go ahead, sir.
The president, the time and turn for River South.
Please go ahead.
Yeah. Yes. Two APC South heavyweight battle for the control over NDDC, which is between Amechi and Akpabio. My sister, let me ask if you can answer this question. Amechi was the minister for transportation. He controlled both the up, the air, the land, and the sea. And no impact to the people of South or Niger Delta. Now, he is battling to have the control over NDDC. My sister, which mistake will we make for this Niger Delta? For leaders who no get vision for their people. God, may God help us. I beg, we could talk to Amechi.
All right.
You people should talk to Amechi to leave us alone.
All right,
Enough
thank
is
you.
enough. He
Thank you
has
so
carried
much.
everything. Did he want to carry it to his village? Please, I beg him to leave us alone.
Thank you. Super FM Port Harcourt, good morning.
Good morning. This is Emmanuel calling from Jerry.
Please go ahead, sir.
Thank you. President Buhari does not have the capacity to tackle insecurity by NNPP
Chairman.
Yes, that one is not something that you must use the microscope to watch on me, because already, right from when President Buhari was head of state, he did not even have any capacity to do anything. So I wonder the kind of mistake we find ourselves, because I always tell people that it's lack of being appreciated to God, really thanking God for what God has done in our lives. That is the reason why we saw this victory. Because I believe that in Nigeria, seeing Obasanjo, Yar'Adua, full of Jonathan, we are living well by the grace of God. So we now start crying. Buhari will be the one to be the savior as long as people, just like as many people are trying to copy Peter Obi, that he will be the one to become the savior of Nigeria now. At the end of the day, where we find ourselves now is because of, I wish we appreciate God for all those songs that God has been doing for us. But nobody would have even known somebody like Buhari. Okay. Now look at where we found ourselves. So concerning these people planning to meet with Wike, Wike has been the one who stands PDP today. I'm a PDP man. Wike, I think will run after 2019 at the new election. Who hear about PDP? So after the whole thing now, what they have to pay him is just to pay him back. But I just pray God that I think he should come by himself, then talk to Wike, because of I don't really like what people did, but I don't just want to talk about that because it's a party matter. It to come by himself, apologize to Wike, very serious apology that he wants to render to PDP and Wike, about him using all these PDP governors as if they are his voice. or their housemates. Planning panel, after the whole panel has decided, you
Okay,
now
sir.
went and choose a forward. So it's very, very bad. You should come and apologize. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Super FM Potaka, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Welcome.
Yeah, this is Honorable Christian.
You're welcome, sir. Please go ahead.
Yeah, let me talk about people planning to come and see Wiki.
Yes, please.
Prophet never one day something in father's land. I told Governor Winfrey, please come back. That road that you are going, there's no road there. He said, Honorable, it's one Nigeria. If not one Nigeria, I must do this. You don't dare campaign using security, Fulani killer men that you deal with them. We are priority is just to deal with Fulani killer men, Boko Haram. You don't dare it because you are not going anywhere. You know what I am even P2B. I have been telling him, leave to mention Fulani bandit, Boko Haram. Don't tell them what you are going to do to them because those people that you think that they love bandits. They are the supporters of bandits. So the more you are telling them that you are going to crush them, they are their children. They love them. So don't dare it. Every time people say, I will deal with the bandits. See you, see fellow. You don't dare talk about people and men where those the other side be a day. But you can talk to IPU, you be the IPU.
All right, sir. Thank you.
So, now waiting Salam, Governor Wiki, sorry. You don't go anywhere.
Thank you, Comrade Chris. Thank you very much.
You're not going anywhere.
All right, thank you so much. Facebook right now, Victor Peba says, good morning, presenter. I think that those that are fighting to head NDDC, none of them have the interest of the Niger Delta, just for their individual interest. I urge the president to appoint technocrats to head the NDDC. Thank you very much. Friday Lawrence, thank you. Wiseman, thank you as well. All right, more comments still here. Wow, quite a number. Okay, I'll just take a break from the phone lines for a moment, so please bear with me. Bro Inge says, good morning, Obi. My heart bleeds seeing our siblings and friends still at home till now because of the ongoing ASU strike. People that benefited hugely from free education are the ones suffering the poor masses, while their kids and wards are in the best of schools across the world. God is watching. Barry Foster says, Governor Wike and his group's demands are in order. In politics, you win some and lose some. Atiku should not try to win all, or else he will lose all. And this is Barry from Ogoni. Thank you very much. Charles Barry Noah Joshua says, PDP BOT meets Governor Wike, meets Wednesday, planned peace panel. He should know that there's no peace for the wicked. Peace are for those who seek peace with all men. Kone Barris Akpopie says, ASU extends strike by 4 weeks. It is pitiable and unfortunate here in Nigeria that education is shamefully dressed naked by Nigerian government. As education is a bedrock of every nation, reverse is the case in Nigeria. Our government has failed us spectacularly, and it's very shameful that we hold education in high. All right, it's a long one, so I'll just move on. Chinwe Wanko says, ASU extends strike by 4 weeks. Federal government should do something about this. Seriously, it is no longer funny. Our children are suffering. Please, federal government should act very fast on this particular issue. Thanks. Thank you very much. Honorable Mubula Omanoye Eze. Okay. He says, ASU extends strike. The federal government should do something meaningful to put an end to this strike. I don't think if this government knows the value of education, if they do, I don't see anything holding them from resolving their differences with ASU. Comrade Clinton says, Obi's running mate just did the right thing. Their campaigns recently have been characterized with a lot of fake news, hence the need to shut down the page. On INEC figures for Southwest and Northwest, wow, the numbers are now giving obedience high blood pressure. Okay, thank you. Prince Onengiofori Allen says, ASU extends strike. I'm beginning to think that there's an ulterior motive to this ASU thing by the government. The scorecard of this administration by the electorate is very low, and we're in electioneering season, and sensitive issues like this should have been attended to rather, and not allowed to denigrate or to degenerate to this petty stage. Okay, long comment, so please let me move on. Noale Befi says bandits block Enugu Port Harcourt highway, burn army van, abduct. Wow, this is now getting out of hand. The bandits gradually getting closer every day, bolder every day, and moving towards this direction. I think we should all be on alert from now onwards. Nowhere is safe again. Danny Chuk says ex-APC presidential aspirant dumps Tinubu endorses Obi. Thank God, at least cobwebs don't they come off for una eye small. All right, thank you very much. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry. Eyor Gentle says, I think PDP BOT meeting Wike for peace is a good step by the PDP, but I don't think that they will meet the conditions that will be given by Wike. Okay, one more call. Super FM Port Harcourt, good morning.
Good morning, Obi. It's Moses on the line.
Moses, welcome. You have less than 1 minute, please.
Thank you. The message you just read, bandits infiltrating the South.
Yes, please.
Who is the Nigerian army that bandits should disarm? I don't understand. And what are lawmakers doing? We talked about legalizing arm and the rest of that. Sometime in the past, I cried out. That Nigeria does not have all the time. If they infiltrate the South, I'm not speaking for the Southerners. I think the South, is not going to take it, and that is going to cause a big problem in Nigeria. The lawmakers and everyone should rise up. We should not pay so much attention to reality TV and politics. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for that one. Super FM Port Harcourt, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. What's your name?
My name is Susie. I'm calling from Erema community.
Welcome. Good to have you.
Thank you very much. Leaders of the South, just for NDDC, board and executive and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
The issue, the contradiction on what they have done now is that the NDDC is supposed to be an intervention agency over time.
Right.
And has its own aims and objectives, funded by even IMF. The whole thing attributed there, even the map of the Niger Delta. Since the inception of the NDDC today, we have had our sisters and brothers manning this particular institution. But we still have those aims and objectives not met. After the emergence of UNPADEC brought to NDDC. Now, what are they now fighting for? These are men who have eaten so much, their stomach is full. On the issue of Wike in Rivers State and the people of the BOT, it is also on record that what Atiku did to Wike is actually a particular injustice. If a man has lost an election, that is the reason why they should organize an alternative dispute resolution to meeting with this man. But sending Babangida Aliyu and Lamido to attacking Wike while you are signing a peace accord is a contradiction of the whole order. And for anybody to say that Wike is a wish away and does not have rights to agitate for what they have said against him and what they have said against him in PDP, that person should have his senses exercised.
All right,
it's actually unfortunate.
Thank you.
People play politics to the extreme. Thank you very much from Erema community.
Thank you from Erema. All right. Unfortunately, this is much I can take. All right, this one, and that's my last call. Super FM Port Harcourt, good morning.
Good morning, my sister. Thank God you said this one. You decided to pick it.
Go ahead.
Use the opportunity to wish you happy new month.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes, Bright, calling from Port Harcourt.
Thank you, Bright. Go ahead.
My sister, our leaders, some APC leaders battling for NDDC.
Mm-hmm.
My sister, God will not allow them to succeed. As an indigenous of Niger Delta, indigenous of River State, my sister, I have seen how NDDs have been run, operate, how our people loot money. When it comes for their birthday, I don't want to call their name. Or have you witnessed when they celebrated their birthday here? Or they use vehicle, car as souvenir. The money came through NDDC.
Wow. Are you giving me an authentic gist or?
I am giving you authentic gist, my sister. It's annoying.
Okay.
It's annoying, my sister. Look at our environment. Look at our road, Niger Delta. That agency was formed to better the lives of Niger Delta people.
Okay.
But a few of our people connive the money and hijack it and feeding their pocket alone with their family and their girlfriends and their women. It's unacceptable. God will not allow them to succeed.
Okay.
They will never succeed. Buhari should do. It's only another
like a state like Bayelsa.
Okay, sir.
Those two people from Rivers and Akwa Ibom, God will not allow them to succeed.
All right.
So Wike, let Wike is my leader. It's my
right,
leader.
sir.
He
All
should
right.
reconcile.
Okay.
He should reconcile with the party.
Thank you very much.
Peace to reign.
Thank you,
my
Mr. Bright.
sister.
Thank you. Okay, and that's about it. Now, I told you that I was going to give you the authentic website to go check your PVCs and everything INEC related. All right, check cvr.inecnigeria.org. cvr.inecnigeria.org. Go there and check out, get every information that you need about this entire voting process. Go check it out. Unfortunately, I cannot take any more calls. I sincerely apologize. All the phone lines are blinking. Please bear with me. Okay, just quick SMS here says that Governor Wike should take it manly. What goes around comes around. As he treated people here in the States, that's how he has been treated. And we are all humans. And that's coming from Leka. Leka, thank you very much. Obi, good morning. Eddie Diong from Maleto. We go talk until federal government will do something about this One Eleme Road. Federal government and our leaders in the South have failed us. All right, thank you. Good morning to you, my sister. I have said it. The security problem we have in this country is military. Military should stop playing games and killing innocent people in Nigeria. Government should sit up and fighting these evil forces in the country. God will help us. And that's Afiz from Ederamo. Thank you very much for joining me on the program today. So I Am Properties comes your way just now. Don't change the dial. But in the meantime, quick music break right here. And this is from Alvin Spiff. And the song is titled Who You Help. Don't go anywhere.
Because no one does it better. We are Super FM.